and stop pushing a Federal Reserve guy that wants all these new taxes. But I'll say this for Ann. She's supporting Herman Cain, which is better than Mitt Romney, who's for gun control, abortion, open borders, amnesty, was for the socialist health care bill, and was for carbon taxes. There's a couple other things. And he's better than Rick Perry. I mean, those guys are so bad that a Federal Reserve guy, but again, he isn't on record for gun control, all this stuff. He's actually been against it. So he's bad. I mean, it's kind of like if you have to bathe in a porta potty and you open up one that's totally full and one's only half full. It's like, well, I'll bathe in the Herman Cain. I mean, when it comes to bathing, and don't want to bathe in 500 turds or 200. I mean, I'm sorry to get gross here, but that's what it comes down to. That's right. That's very funny, dude. He's at 999 droppings. Well, I know he's got one there in his hand. He's like, come on over here, vampire. Come on over here and suck my blood. She's like, I will, don't worry. When they turn the lights out, I'm going to light your ass up. Man, I'm telling you. I mean, people are like, it's Ann Coulter. And I turned, there's all these SWAT teams and troops right outside the checkpoint. And I was like, is that, she could hardly walk. It was like a zombie. It was like, I swear, truth is stranger than fiction. You guys think I'm joking? This actually happened. Ann Coulter literally is like giant knees and elbows. She's like, brains, All right, I'm sorry. Okay. All right, I'm going to stop right there. Look, I'm really hurrying through the news tonight here. Oh, yeah, we got EU mulls biometric borders. They got rid of their borders, and on the outside of Europe, they've got incredible checkpoints, but in between the countries, they've opened them up, and crime is just running rampant. So their answer is, as it always is, everybody will have to basically stop and face scan and thumbprint. Oh, and lo and behold, that's the solution now at the airports. In fact, we covered it last night. Well, you go through this and we face scan you and all this and put you in our database, and now you're a trusted traveler. What was a right is now a privilege, but we still may grope your genitals from time to time or put you in a microwave oven. They admitted that. People are like, it's so incredible. I get to, pre-check like I'm in Soviet Russia or something before I travel. And so they're pushing this, and they say an entry-exit system which could record the time and place of entry and the length of the authorized short stay in the electronic database. That way they can let terrorists in when they want and then cover it up. Replacing the current system of stamping passports. It's also about getting humans out of the way, like humans that see the underwear bomber being put on the plane by the U.S. government. So Chertoff can make money off naked body scanners. That'll be out of there now. The data would then be made available to border control and immigration authorities. Yeah, right. So there is that report from Prison Planet and also from Planet Biometrics. Okay, continuing. I get in arguments with great Aussies, great Canadians, and great UKers, whether they be Irish, Scottish, or British, or Welsh, whatever it is. Now they have the identity of UKers, United Kingdoms, under this little rodent. Well, I guess you've already got the image of him up there. The progeny, he admits, of Count Dracula. You didn't know that? Just type Prince Charles, Count Dracula. He admits it. They're actually a Transylvanian royalty. The whole German royalty that runs England is actually Transylvanian. What's nothing against Transylvanians, just something against Count Dracula. The guy feeding on him. Maybe it is the Count Dracula. Who the hell knows these days? But Prince Charles has been offered a veto over 12 government bills since 2005. And by offered, they imply, oh, he doesn't have this power. But it goes on. The prince's power applies when a bill might affect his own interest. Oh, against the 70 million in the UK. In particular, the duchy, his little area of Cornwall, a private 700 million pound property empire that last year provided him with 18 million pounds in income. They're just telling their slaves a small bit. I have read the Parliament Act and other deals. I've read the Canadian Parliament Act. I've read all the Commonwealth Parliament Acts. We've had expert guests on. Over half of Australia, England, and Canada is owned by the private corporate crown. Okay? When I've been in England repeatedly, They tell you on the tours, half the city is shut down today for roads. You must show a pass. The royal family is exercising their authority to shut down roads. They shut the Thames River down sometimes to exercise their power. You ever read, you can pull it up, that the Queen 30 years ago banned all billboards on highways in England because she didn't like them? She owns the roadways. Now, the Parliament took power for a while. They executed a few of these people, but over time they took back over. And the point is, 3 times in the last 3 years, they've suspended Parliament in Canada because the people were going to throw out the North American Union and globalism. And his mother, the Transylvanian Queen, not even German. I remember on British radio, I point out, you know, you tell me about your country all day, but your Queen's German. Technically, they're Transylvanian. I mean, it's unbelievable. We even got one with him next to Vlad. There was an article. Type in Prince Charles. Yeah, there it is. Look just alike. I mean, this is just too much, ladies and gentlemen. This is too much. I mean, these legends all mean something. It means these are a bunch of blood-sucking, parasitical pieces of rat-infested trash, and I've had enough of them. I mean, this is the scourge of Romania and Moldova and the Carpathian Mountains we're talking about here. Their entire line was known for bathing in blood and killing children and everything other evil. These are ruthless psychopaths who have genetics for psychopathic activity, bare minimum. Who knows what evil manifestation we're witnessing here? This is a literal hellraiser creature who says old people shouldn't be able to take hot baths or have power. But it turns out 1/3 of the country's gas allotment under welfare goes to their hundreds of palaces and garbage. All right, I'm going to stop my ranting. The prince's power applies. The prince's power applies when a new bill might affect his own interest, like his duchy, his holdings. They hold you as subjects, as slaves. But my ancestors threw off these people, and I've had enough of it. I am not your slave, you inbred, degenerate parasite. Get off my back now. I swear on the altar of God, eternal resistance to you and your vampiric, parasitic garbage. Get out of my world now. Get behind me. I banish you. You are exorcised. Say it with me, viewers. You are exorcised. Count Dracula, get the hell out of the world. Get out of here. Try to go to the moon and suck blood out of rocks or something, you piece of you-know-what. And it goes on to say a constitutional loophole that gives him the right to veto legislation that might affect his private interest. I mean, research this. Stop living in denial. Admit you're slaves and announce yourselves as free men. Okay, let's continue here. The system wants to try to censor more and more. And we had the Federal Reserve try to take down some videos we did. And we challenged it and blocked it, but we showed you their official request to take it down. It's come out, the feds order Google to take stuff down all the time now. Police don't like stuff, they order it taken down. It's Chinese-style net censorship coming here. But we uploaded the video of the war crimes, as you know, Friday from this live show, and they blocked it under parental concerns. And we pointed out in the video, Walter Cronkite during the family hour at 6 o'clock at night could show stuff just as bad, kids burned by napalm. But in 2011, we can't show real stuff, kids with their lower mandibles blown off and their legs blown off in Libya. I mean, if you guys are into this blood and stuff for your vampire masters, then hell, look at it. You know, own it. Decide you're for it. Don't try to keep folks from seeing it. I know you want to do this behind closed doors and things, but it's not going to happen. We uploaded it again with the headline, Google, stop censoring war crimes, and they have not removed that one yet. So we're in a holding pattern right now with that. Again, Google censors war crimes video, but now we've re-uploaded it, and they have thrown down the gauntlet and said, look, we're going to try some kind of legal action or something if you do this again. I'm going to march into court with a jury and say, here's Walter Cronkite, 6 o'clock at night, dinner hour, kids with their skin burned off, napalm. Folks had a right to see this. Here is our stuff from 2011. They're saying we can't have this. Here's their rules of service. Are they violating it? What's your answer? I mean, you want to try that, Huckleberry? We're ready for that right now. Not that we're looking forward to it, but you know what? Somebody's got to champion these kids, because you know what? You're not murdering these kids, and I'm not going to just sit here and not say something. Because let me tell you something, I'm God-fearing. It doesn't mean I'm Bible-thumping and running around doing much of that. I mean, I feel the psychic weight of evil done in my name. Literal chains I envision being wrapped around me and thrown me in the ocean. You're not doing this in my name. You understand that? It's not because I'm even a good person. I don't want all that bad karma, all that psychic detritus attached to me, okay? If I'm going to kill somebody, they're going to damn well deserve it, not some kid. If I'm going to attack somebody, it's going to be a man. It's not going to be some kid. Like I told you last week, it's Tony Montana. When they're driving about to blow that kid up, he says, you think I'm sick like you? You think I need this in my life? When we allow all this to happen, it makes it part of our life. It's on me. I feel guilty for not doing more to stop you murdering scumbags like cowards with drones bombing the hell out of people. And here's the thing, the drones are now coming back on us. They're saying they're going to use this stuff against us now, these out-of-control crooks that run our society. Let me get to my last report. Concerns are raised about genetically engineered mosquitoes, and it says that the research is arousing concern about possible unintended effects of public health and the environment, because once genetically modified insects are released, they cannot be recalled. Now, what is being deployed, the New York Times reports? Mosquitoes that forcibly give you, quote, vaccines, or that are carrying attenuated diseases in them. Oh, that's a great idea. Mosquitoes that can't reproduce. Mosquitoes are annoying, but a lot of experts and epidemiologists and virologists pointed out they actually give you immunity. You know, there's a reason they're here. We're designed to have them in the environment. And you take them out of the environment. You think bees dying out is killing things, which is now happening. Now we're going to kill out mosquitoes, make them where they can't breed. Oh, let's just release these. Oh, that's a wonderful idea. But meanwhile, the real testing when you get into this is not about stopping them from stopping malaria. When you read deeper, they're actually saying they're going to be pharmacological mosquitoes, just like food crops where they engineer it in. Yeah, there it is, flying vaccinations. They found an article on it. I mean, I've been warning you about this. You know, last week we shot a video that only got 105,000 views. It should have gotten 10 million views, called Alien Genetic Takeover, the End of Humanity. And I went on to say, no, we don't mean alien from outside the earth. When you cross a fish or an animal, a mammal with dozens of different creatures, and it creates new viral mutations and bacterial things, I mean, this is already causing zoological jumping between species. I mean, I've had top virologists on. This is so dangerous.